We're talking about memorable moments at Shea Stadium. 44 years now, and they're going to put it in the books after this year. John, what is it? You covered the Mets back in the day, in the glory years, if you will. What was your most memorable glory year?
Well, I have one not so great, which was going to those Jets games back in the old days when growing up a Giant fan. My mom got us 4 Jets season tickets, and we'd go to the Jets games. Besides listening to the Giant game on the radio at the same time, because the conflicts weren't worked out, it was cold and what a miserable place to watch football.
Too, huh? But it was our stadium, though.
But it was your stadium.
Right.
My great memory is '86, Game 7, walking through the press box when the Red Sox get their early lead, and the Red Sox, right? It's not that they're rooting for their team, but you've been through this. You grew up in New England, and you kind of feel like you might get to write the time and they're kind of getting excited, and I'm looking at them going, it's only going to be so much worse when you lose in the end, because you have to lose. That was before they actually proved they could win, and so you're just walking through there saying, these poor schlubs. I mean, they're going to have to write another epic collapse again, and sure enough,
and the way they write their stories, they already had the story written by the time the game ended. How about you, Bob?
Well, if you want to get into football, which I didn't think we will, it was sitting in the upper deck, seeing Namath hook up with Maynard against the Raiders in the playoffs. You know, that was on the year they went to the Super Bowl. Baseball, you know, in my infancy, sitting up there and sold out against the Dodgers, watching Koufax pitch against the Mets.
That's a memory.
In the 60s, late 60s, or 66 it had to be, but that's a memory I'll never forget.
My memory, it could be only one. I was there up in the upper deck to watch the ball go through Buckner's legs. Case closed.
Yeah, no doubt about it. For me, it's got to be something more Johnny-come-lately amongst you guys here in New York. It had to be 2 years ago when they beat the Marlins, and they were able to get the title there, a little bit of a champagne bath.
Oh, yeah.
And, I agree with you when you say that the Red Sox writers had been there all along, because just even being there with these guys all year, I knew what it meant to them there with Lastings and David Wright, so it was a big moment.
And that's not being a homer. That's just being a human being, I think.
Right.
And it doesn't mean you gloss over all the errors or anything. You understand what your city feels like at that moment.
You do get to know the guys a little bit. And like I said, you know what it means to them. So to be able to see them enjoy it.
Just one other thing. I think Shea gets lost in this with the Yankee Stadium ending, but there was kind of a feeling in that ballpark, a different feeling, different kind of crowd that made it a little more raucous, made it a little more free-flowing, made it a little more insane. I think the fans that came to that park all these years were much a part of it.
And I agree with you. I think a big part of that is the fact that they're not supposed to be there every year, Met fans, so when they get that opportunity to be there, they really take advantage of it.